All right. Check this area out right here. Big, huge clear cut. I tell you, I haven't hunted a clear cut in years. And to be able to come out here and see this thing, I know some people are like, man, clear cuts, it's just a raping of the land. But you know, there's benefits for it. They gotta log it. But also, I mean, a clear cut is just so cool. It's so cool because there's so much to it. You really can see the lay of the land. I mean, it's total different hunting. I mean, you can see the lay of the land. And of course, you look back there, they left a few hardwoods right there, which is great because we're fixing to scout this clear cut. That's what I'm getting at. But we're gonna go look at those hardwoods and try to figure out how the deer are crossing or going into this clear cut. And not only, I mean, there's so many possibilities, so many hunting possibilities that you can get out of a clear cut. I mean, something about animals. They want to come out into an opening. Usually it's in the evening. I usually find them coming out in these evenings. Sometimes in the morning, early in the morning they'll come in. You may catch them skirting across one of these clear cuts like this. But there's definitely good food opportunities. Other than, like you say, you see these hardwoods. I'm sure there's some acorns in those trees over there. But there's plenty of vegetation growing too. So there's that. And we're just talking about deer. I mean, there's a bottom down in here. I guarantee you there's other critters. Hogs. Definitely coyotes. I've seen a bunch of coyote tracks coming up in here. And this is perfect for hunting coyotes. Even saw a few bobcat tracks, so. Mercy. It's hot, but that's all right. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll probably walk down to this edge and work along the edge. And you can see down. We work this edge right here. And then right in here, there's like a pocket. But I also notice that we got these oaks, this little finger of oaks that come out. So, you know, from that edge all the way back to this edge over here, I mean, it looks like if the deer want to use the oaks as a crossing, actually it kind of goes across. Either way. And you can sit on the ground. You look down there, there's some pine trees down there, there's some oaks. I mean, if you wanted to put a ladder stand on a clear cut, you can do that. Clear cut just brings different animals out. It brings, I don't know, it's just, to me, I love them. I mean, I don't want to see everything get clear cutted, but having a clear cut like this thing is huge. See all the vegetation, all the green? There's reasons. And seeing the deer tracks out here, there's reasons. There's reasons why these critters are coming out here. We got a little branch, a little draw that comes out in the middle of this clear cut, and it's actually right where I was talking about, where those oaks are at. That oak right here, and over there, those are definitely dropping. There's some small acorns on the ground, so I know they're dropping too. I just didn't look real hard up in the tree. And there's deer sign. You can see they're coming out right here. Coming through, checking out this clear cut. Like I said, there's so much to eat, so much for them to do. Of course, they're not going to come out here in the middle of the day. Unless it's turned to rut, maybe, a buck may come out. But a lot of these are evening hunts. Used to hunt a Scambia River. The Scambia River is full of clear cuts, so what we do is drive around right when it got dark. Now listen to me all the way here. Right when it got dark and started shining the light on these clear cuts and find out where the deer were coming out. And all that did is help us figure out, pinpointing where they were coming out. Then we'd put boots on the ground. You know, I want to say in Florida, I know there's probably somebody that's going to try to correct me, whatever, but in Florida, as long as you ain't got a gun in your truck and you're shining at night, you're fine. But really can't do that with this clear cut here. You really got to get out here and look and find out where the deer are coming across. And this here definitely is nice. We're actually going to go deeper in it because it looks like they cut in quite a bit closer to the creek, which is great. So, but this is a potential spot. This is something that you can sit. You can sit on the ground. And definitely, you know, better for rifle hunting. You can manage it with a bow. You can hunt off the ground with a bow. I mean, heck, there's a tree right there. You probably climb up in the middle of them oaks and hoping to get a shot. You can do a ground blind, shoot one off the ground with a bow. But definitely, I'm doing this not so much for bow season, but for rifle, for hunting deer, and especially hunting coyotes. I'm seeing a lot of coyote sign line you're going to in an area like this. All right, less talking, more walking. We walked across this clear cut. We're on the, I guess the north side of it right now. It's a long cut that runs east and west. But it's kind of neat to see. I mean, I think there's just something about clear cut that I like. I mean, I know they take old trees out and all that, but you definitely can see the lay of the land. Then you just look at this land, and me, I just look at it and I'm just, you know, what kind of stories has it told throughout the years? And I'm not talking about the last 15, 20, I'm talking hundreds of years that this land has to tell, you know? I'm sure I'm not it'd be kind of neat. Yeah, I laid first foot on this property, but I'm not guarantee I'm not. But just the history behind it would be pretty cool. How many times have been clear cutted? See a lot of mulberry bushes out here. That's the plant with the little purple berries on it. Seen quite a few of those. A lot of vegetation, a lot of briars, a lot of stuff like that for the deer to eat. And where I'm seeing these little patches of oaks, I'm definitely seeing some acorns on the ground and seeing some tracks on the ground. But it's pretty. Kind of rugged. Clear cut in Florida. Kind of don't even look like Florida. Kind of looks like out west because it's so wide open, doesn't it? It's pretty. Yeah, sitting on this little wobbly tree right now. Yeah, stories this land could tell. See the Civil War? Think about that. Before that, the Indians that walked this property here. Mercy. Definitely gonna coyote hunt it, I can tell you that. Definitely gonna find some areas and coyote hunt. What I would do is definitely get on like a high point so you can look down. You don't want to get them on above you. You hear the old get the higher ground. Yeah, get the higher ground. It applies here on that hill. Catch them coming out of this, out of that. But we're gonna walk across this thing. There's a big old oak. Where's it at? There it is. It's right behind me. Right back here. I'm gonna go down there and look at that. Once I look at that, I'll probably skirt along the edge and just see if there's really some hard trails coming out of it, or are they just mingling out anywhere. I like to find the hard trails, and you know, if I was to look at it, I would say if they're crossing this thing, I mean, it's probably straight across. There's probably some good trails going into those woods right there, and they're coming and following this thing. I'm surprised we didn't jump anything. Surprised we didn't jump anything out here, but it is hot. Either way, y'all stick with us. As y'all can see, this is a pretty little corner down in here, or up in here. Old tree stand. Like I said, these woods could talk. Old tree stand right there. Acorn trees right along the edge here. We're gonna walk it down. This looks good right here. There's so many areas that you can hunt. You know, so many areas. It's pretty. It almost looks like that area there is probably, when it rains, would get wet right up in there. A little wet weather pond or something. But we're gonna work right along this edge right in here, and then work it all the way out. Yeah. Mercy. fixing to run out of battery. But out of this whole clear cut, I walked a pretty good bit of it. I mean, I know I've walked probably about 1.5 miles around through this, skirting the edges and all this. This little area here that I thought that may be a wet weather pond is not. It's just a bunch of dead pines that they didn't bother to cut out, which is great. But what it provides is kind of like a little staging area when they come out to this clear cut, because there's still cover and there's plenty of browse in this little area right here. But it creates a little ground cover for them. Some oak trees out there, and definitely right along the edge in this area right in here. You know, up in here, oak trees, you can tell they're coming out. Like I said, bunch of mulberry bushes, so this could be a definite area to look at during bow season. Usually those plants die off during bow season, but the deer like to munch on them. Not so much the berries, but the leaves. And there's plenty of them. But out of all of the areas of this clear cut, I definitely like this. This is definitely a one I'd like to sit. I like to sit here. I like to sit at that draw over there. There's deer coming out there too. So I mean, you can put a couple people on this thing and wouldn't have to worry about messing up each other's hunt. Yeah, clear cuts are different. They're different. You have to hunt them a little bit differently, but they can be exciting. And the neat thing about it is you can see a long ways. It's not like in the woods. You may, especially during bow season, you just may be in the bottom and you may only be able to see about 60 yards. But here, you see 660 yards. You're never going to shoot that far with a bow, but it's still neat just to see, just to watch. And I do tell you about hunting open areas like this. It can be tiresome because you're constantly looking. I don't know if y'all ever hunted power lines or gas lines. Always having to look up and down that thing, looking, because you never know what you could miss. Like that draw. Deer could use that draw coming out and you'll never see them until they come up onto the high ground. Either way, I'm going to take you back to the house. Take it to the house, get a shower. All right, appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you hit the like button, support the channel. I know I'm kind of a seasonal YouTuber. I just like to do a lot of hunting videos, and I haven't done hardly any coyote videos this year, especially during the off season. Just, you know, things happen. But I'm hoping to be really busy this hunting season. A little insider, we were going up to hunt some public land, not in Florida, up in Pennsylvania. So, and we're gonna be doing a muzzleload hunt, and that's next month. That's in October. So of course we'll be doing a video. You'll be sure to watch. Anyhow, I gotta appreciate y'all watching, appreciate the support. Hit like, support, do all that stuff, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, I'll see y'all next time. Take care.